Who wants to be the next to discover how to stop drinking without willpower? Visit stopdrinkingexpert.com and grab your free place on today's coaching session.
Hi there, this is Craig back from stopdrinkingexpert.com. In today's episode, I want to talk about hypnotherapy. How do you stop drinking using hypnosis? Is it possible? Does it work? And the answer is yes. Well, kind of, sometimes, maybe. It's a little vague. Let me explain why. I've been helping people to stop drinking for a decade now. I've been a fully qualified hypnotherapist for over 20 years. I would say, conservatively, the percentage of problem drinkers who can fix their situation just with hypnosis is around 10%. And I'll try and explain why in this episode. But first of all, let's understand what hypnosis is, because there's a lot of misconception and myth and misunderstanding around hypnosis. And that's partly because we're conditioned by what we see in the media and TV, and we tend to think of hypnosis like we saw in Scooby-Doo. Someone would swing a watch in front of someone's face and they would go into a trance, their eyes would swirl round, and they would say things like, "I am at your command, I will do anything you say." And it's garbage. Maybe you've seen a stage hypnotist make someone pretend that eating an onion is the same as eating an apple or something like that. There's a huge difference between stage hypnosis and clinical hypnotherapy. With stage hypnosis, which I've done in the past, it's a very aggressive form of working with people who are susceptible to taking commands. As a stage hypnotist, I would specifically look for a certain type of person to come on stage with me. Someone who I know would yield to my commands in a certain situation. For example, army officers, police officers, prison guards, things like that. You wouldn't think it because they're normally pretty big and butch and tough, but they make great subjects for a stage hypnotist because they're used to taking orders from someone else. So if you can get them into the right state of mind, open up their subconscious mind, you can use them to pretty much do anything you want. And that's kind of part of the problem of the misconception of hypnosis. Now, clinical hypnotherapy is nothing like that. It's more a form of relaxation. It's like meditation, really. And the reason why hypnotherapy works to cure phobias and fears and certain other problems is it gives the hypnotherapist direct access to the subconscious mind of the individual. And the subconscious is where the magic happens. If you think about it, you've got two parts of your brain. You've got a conscious mind and a subconscious mind. And your conscious mind is really weak and pathetic, but it's arrogant. It thinks it's huge and powerful. Your conscious mind can do one, maybe two things at a time. That's it. Nothing more than that. One or two things at a time. Now, your subconscious can do millions of things at any one time. And right now, as you're listening to me speak, it's beating your heart in perfect rhythm. It's controlling your body temperature. It's aware of all sights and sounds around you and smells, and it's doing so many different things, and it does it even while you're asleep. It's absolutely infinite. And so if we're going to address a problem in your life, a phobia or a fear or an addiction, we want to use the subconscious mind, because otherwise, if we use the conscious mind, it's going to be entirely ineffective because it's so weak and so pathetic. Now, the problem is we can't go directly to the subconscious mind because there is a gatekeeper. There is like a guard dog, standing guard, watching over your subconscious. If I could directly access your subconscious mind right now, all I would have to do is look you in the eye and say, "Don't drink alcohol anymore. You find alcohol repulsive." And that would be it. It would be fixed and cured. But the problem is you have a guard dog, your conscious mind, and it's filtering everything that happens in your life, and it's asking questions continuously. Now, this is a very good thing because it saves your life on a daily basis. When you go to cross the street, your conscious mind is going, "How fast is that car approaching? How far do I need to walk, and how quickly do I need to get there?" It's asking all these really important questions. How hot is that pan on the stove? Is the gas on? And things like that. But that's the good part of the conscious mind. But the problem is, it doesn't just filter the bad stuff away, it also filters the good stuff away. So if I say to you now, "You find alcohol repulsive," your conscious mind goes, "No, I don't. And that's the end of the story. It doesn't get to your subconscious mind because your guard dog goes, no, thank you very much, throws it away. And so with hypnotherapy, we distract the guard dog and we relax your conscious mind so that it's in a trance-like state and not really concentrating. And while your guard dog is distracted, the therapist can sneak into your subconscious mind and say, oh, by the way, you find alcohol repulsive now. Now, it's not a kind of a one-hit solution. You don't just do it once and then that's fixed. It's something you'd have to do repeatedly, maybe every day for a month, something like that. And maybe it would bury the message deep enough in your subconscious mind that it would start having an impact on your life. So when you do my course at stopdrinkingexpert.com, you'll find that I give you access to all my hypnotherapy library. There's like hundreds of dollars worth of tracks for you to download free. But they're not the foundation of the course. They represent maybe 10% of the course that you're going to go through. When you get about 2/3 of the way through my Stop Drinking course, I might say to you, now start using hypnosis on a daily basis. And if you don't, it's not like the course doesn't work. It's just an additional tool in the box. That's how I think you should look at it. It's not a solution on its own. It's not strong enough, but it is a nice weapon in the armory against alcohol. Let me explain why it doesn't work for everyone. And that is, it's quite complicated in that virtually everyone I've ever met who has a problem with alcohol are not drinking because they love the taste of alcohol. They're not drinking because alcohol is highly addictive. They are drinking because they are trying to get away from some other source of pain or fear. They are drinking because there is something in their life or in their psyche that is making them miserable. And it could be loneliness, boredom, could be being in a bad relationship, an abusive relationship. It could be trauma from their childhood. It could be, and the list goes on and on and on and on. And it's an infinite number of things. But normally, in my experience of helping people with alcohol, the alcohol is not the problem. It is a symptom of the problem, and that is it. And so it's impossible for you to just download a hypnosis track that hits the nail on the head straight away, because how would the hypnotherapist know the underlying cause of your problem? Just saying you don't like alcohol anymore, even if it gets to the subconscious mind, doesn't address the issue. Because you're not drinking alcohol because you like it. You're drinking alcohol because it's a mild anesthetic and it stops you worrying about your debt problem. It stops you thinking about the terrible relationship you're in. It's, and so on and so on. So maybe, you download a track and you get lucky, and just by coincidence, the track is designed to address specifically the problem you're suffering with. But the chances of that are so remote that it's not even worth talking about. When you do my course at stopdrinkingexpert.com, a big part of the course is finding out why you drink and then dissecting your belief structure around what you believe is really going on. A lot of people say to me, Craig, I want to stop drinking, but it's the only thing that helps with the anxiety. It's a lie. I know it feels like that, but the alcohol causes the anxiety. It doesn't cure it. This is how the drug works. The drug spots that you're in pain and it offers you a solution. But then it has to generate more of the problem that it took away in order to get you motivated to drink again. So you feel anxious and alcohol pops up and says, hey, I can help with that. And you drink and the anxiety goes away. Now the drug wants you to drink again, so it brings back in the anxiety. And then it pops up again and goes, hey, I've got a solution to this. You go, oh, great. And you drink and the anxiety goes away. And do you see what's happening here? It's a loop. And it's the same with any situation that you're using alcohol for. You're lonely, so you drink. Does it mean you're not lonely anymore? Does it mean the problem is solved? No. It effectively knocks you out so you're no longer conscious of being lonely. And then the next time you feel lonely, alcohol goes, hey, remember, I helped you last time. I'm here again, buddy. And it's a loop. And so that's why hypnosis can't really work, because there's no way of knowing why you are drinking. It might be different from him and her and so on and so on. So I don't believe alcohol can be, problem drinking can be fixed with hypnosis alone, but it is a very valuable tool in the box. Once you've got your belief structure correctly aligned around this drug, then you can bring in the hypnosis. And it's not a cure, but what it is, it's an accelerant. It speeds up the process you're going through. So if you want to know more about this, go to the website, and there's lots more videos and things you can download there, stopdrinkingexpert.com. And if you are worried about your drinking, do something about it. Don't be one of those people that just pushes this to the back of their mind for the rest of their life until it eventually kills them. Don't be one of those people. Go and do something today. Go to my website and sign up for the free coaching session. And I'll even give you a copy of my best-selling book, Alcohol Lied to Me, as a gift for turning up. Stopdrinkingexpert.com. Thank you for being here today. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I would love to hear from you. And it's the only drug on planet Earth that when you get a problem with it, they blame you and not the drug. That doesn't happen with any other substance. If you think about it, cigarettes. You tell someone you're addicted to cigarettes, they don't go, oh, you dirty smokeaholic. You're a broken, weak-willed smokeaholic. You're going to be a smokeaholic for the rest of your life. They don't do that. They don't give you that label and say, well, that's it. You're broken forever now.
I really consider this because it's different. It's different to anything you can find out there, and it gives you real mental freedom from the clutches of alcohol.
I had an email about 6 months ago from a lady. She said, I was thinking about joining your course, but then I've just seen that red wine is good for your heart. How do you defend against that, Mr. Stop Drinking Expert? Yeah, it must be true. I said, well, the defense against it is not true. And that's the biggest defense you can always have.